Hi, this is Kevin Brown with your 2-Minute Tuesday. Does what you drive indicate how you vote? Ford F-150, Subaru. The reason I put those on there is according to this study, which is a study from Stanford University, which was picked up by New York Times writer Steve Lohr on December 31st, 2017 in an article that appeared in the Times, talked about the fact that based on what a person drives, according to Google, get this, according to the Google Street View, determines how they vote. Isn't it amazing that Big Brother, Google, can, using computer algorithms, take pictures from our driveways and then make determinations about how people voted? Now, this is fascinating. Take a look at what they found. Voting in the 2016 presidential election, Trump won every state where the Ford F-150 was the favorite. Trump carried 4 states where the Chevy Silverado was the favorite: Iowa, Michigan, Ohio, and Wisconsin. And Clinton won every state where the Subaru was the favorite. Isn't that interesting? Here's some other interesting points. The system was able to accurately predict income, race, education, and voting patterns at the zip code level based upon this kind of image analysis tied mostly to vehicles. Again, it was an algorithm they were running. Number 2, car attributes including miles per gallon ratings found that the greenest city was Burlington, Vermont, and Casper, Wyoming had the largest per capita carbon footprint. Number 3, Chicago is the city with the highest level of income segregation, meaning that they found people that had rich, expensive vehicles and very, very poor vehicles, all in the same city. Number 4, New York City had the largest number of most expensive vehicles. And number 5, the largest number of Hummers was found in El Paso, Texas. Does any of that surprise you? Doesn't me. In fact, it's intuitive. Something else that's interesting regarding voting facts is a person is more likely to vote in a conservative way if they're married, if they have children, and if they're married and living with the kids in their home. And a person is more likely to vote in a liberal way if they are single, living with another single person or other singles. Again, none of this is rocket science to me. It's interesting that Google Streets and this technology can tell us some of this stuff. Now, I know there are folks who drive Subarus that voted for Trump, and I know people who drive Ford F-150s that voted for Clinton. But by and large, perhaps this analysis is true. I will say this. I find that it interesting as I look deeper into the study, the fact that families who had vans typically voted more conservatively. Why? Maybe because they have a long-term view. Maybe because they have children. They think about the long term. They think about the implications of some of the policies. Just the fact of even having kids, versus some of the things that were purported by Clinton in, for instance, the debate about partial birth abortion and so forth. So these things are interesting. At the end of the day, maybe what we drive does give some indication on how we'll vote. So what do you drive? This has been Kevin Brown with your 2-Minute Tuesday.